Ninth standard English, Unit 3. So, in Unit 3, we are going to see the prose as a drama. So, this drama is about the Old Man River, written by Dorothy Deming. So, I think this also I have taught you before, but okay, we'll see. So, here are the characters. Amy Marshall, 17 years old. Betty Marshall, her younger sister. Rose Field, 16 years old, Marshall's neighbor. Sarah Field, 9 years old, Rose's sister. Jim Hall, 17 years old, another neighbor. And Peters, member of Red Cross Disaster Committee. Penny Marsh, Red Cross nurse. So these are the characters going to take part in the drama. So the timing is late afternoon in March. Setting is living room of the Marshall home. So this is happening in the Marshall's home hall. Living room is nothing but the hall. Okay, now we shall see the scene 1. At Rice. Amy, Betty and Rose are sitting around the living room table. Amy and Rose are knitting. Betty is looking at pictures in a magazine. The stage is not very bright. Rose. Goodness, it gets dark early on these rainy days. Mind if I raise the shade a bit, Amy? Amy, no. Do, but I guess we need the light on too. She goes over and puts on the electric light. Rose, going to the window, how it rains in sheets and look, your backyard is a small lake. Amy, joining Rose at the window. So she is also joining to the window where Rose stands. Gracious, I have ever seen it rain so hard, and this is the third day of it. Betty, put on magazine and runs to the window. So Betty is she was reading the book, no magazine. She is putting down the magazine and she is running to the window, and she is also seeing. It's more than a lake, it's a sea. The radio said the river was above flood stage this morning, whatever that means. Amy, it means that the water is above that white line on the bank or Thompson Bridge. It must have covered the South Meadows and the highway there. Rose, it isn't only the rain, it's the snow melting in the hills in the northern part of the state. The girls return to the table. Oh, I hope we don't have the flood here. There is a noise of stamping feet and someone breathing hard. The girls all look to the right, the direction of the sounds. So they all are looking at the breathing sound, hard breathing sound, where it comes. Jim Hall, entering from right in shining wet rainy coat and rain helmet, which he drags off as he enters. He is panting. Gosh, girls, it is a burst. He kicks off his shoes. I have run every step of the way from school to get here. The river is rising fast. Burnett Dam gave way an hour ago, they say, and it looks bad. Where is your mother, Amy? Amy. She took Dick to the dentist and was going to stop at Mrs. Brank's for a recipe on her way home. She ought to be here soon. Jim, and your father? Amy, in Chicago on business. But why all the questions, Jim? She is asking why you are asking these questions and all to me. Jim, well, you see, he is interrupted by the ring of the telephone. Amy exits left to answer it. Her voice was heard clearly. Amy, hello. Yes, mother, I know. Isn't it awful? How will you get home? Yes, mother, I am listening carefully. Amy's voice grows very seriously. Yes, I will. No, mother, no, I won't. Jim Hall is here and Rose Fields too. Yes, all right. I'll tend them. Goodbye. Amy returns to the room. She is looking very scared. Mother can't get home from Mrs. Brand's. The bridges between here and the town are underwater. Rose. Mother says you ought to telephone your mother right away and tell her we'll spend the night here. Rose, I will. That will be fun. Hurries from the room. She is telling Rose to pick up her mother and tell that she is going to stay in Amy's house itself. Amy, Betty, you and I ought to fill all the bowls, tubs, pails and pitchers with fresh water in case the town supplies is cut off or made unsafe to drink. Mother says she hopes you will stay and join help us, Jim. That's why I came. Amy, I think I look up a lantern and Betty interrupting. "Uh, I have got a flashlight. I'll get it and some candles. Rose, from outside, still all the telephones with irritation. Central. I'm trying to get main. 3022. I can't. There is a pause and Roses come to the door, her face frightened. The telephone is dead. I can't get Central. There isn't a buzzing on the line. Jim, means the lines are down between here and town. Well, girls, let's get organized. Betty, look up your flashlight and candles. Lamps and lanterns or anything you have got. Rose, fill the tubs and pails and Amy, I will check on food, blankets and coats. Better get out the first aid kit. Everyone make it snappy. Rose and Betty exit left. Jim turns to Amy. This is serious, Amy. I don't want to scare you, but your house is in the direct line on the river. If the dam has been away, he goes to the window. Well, if it has, you can see for yourself that it means we can't get out of the main road and we are already cut off from the south side. Look, he points out of the window. Amy joins him. He gasped. She gasped. Amy, Jim, the water is up around the garage. I thought it was just a pool in the garden, but it's Jim. Soberly, the river. Yes, that old man, River, himself creeping up to your door. Jim and Amy watch it a moment. Amy shudders. Amy, oh Jim, I'm scared. Jim, placing a hand on her shoulder. Steady, old pal. We have been through bad things before and come out safely. Remember the school fire. First thing, we must not let the others see how scared we are. Next, get all the things you can together here. Water, food, blanket, coats, lights. I'm glad I served on the Junior Red Cross Emergency Squad during the war. It's too bad you live in a bungalow instead of a two-story house. But we can always climb into the attic onto the roof. Mimi, still staring on the window. How fast is the river rising? Do you think, Jim, I don't know. And it might stop before it reaches us. If only the rain would let up, we will signal for help from the roof. They will send a boat or something. Rose, entering left. I have got enough fresh water to last us a week. Who will send a boat for us? Jim, and from where? She goes to the window, screams. Horrors look at the river. Amy, hush, Rose. Don't tell the others. Jim says we'll be all right. Let's see what food we have on hand. Betty, entering left. Here are the lights. Did you say food? Hark, what's that? All four stand perfectly still, listening from far off. Child voices heard. Rose, Sarah, where is she? All run to the window. Amy, there she is, on the playhouse porch. How did she get there? Rose, followed me here. Probably she loves that playhouse, a little monkey. Jim, stay where you are. Sarah, I will get you. Amy, it's lucky the playhouse is on high ground. Rose, but isn't it? Look, it's nearly afloat. There goes Jim. Look, the water is above his knees. Amy, he will need dry clothes. See if you can find some dad's things for Jim. Betty, Sarah can have Dick's. Rose, there, he's got her. Amy, I'll make some hot cocoa for everyone. Sarah, hello everybody. That was fun. Write some more, please, Jim. Jim, no, young lady, that's enough. You are heavy. She is dry as a bone. Rose, I'm not. Amy, you can have some of the dad's things. I'm going to get us some supper. Jim, powerhouse must be out of commission. Light your candles, Betty. Amy, I'm glad we have oil stove for cooking. Rose, taking a candle, forward march to the kitchen. Betty takes a candle and follows with Sarah trailing, all exact right, humping tramp, 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 tramp. The boys are marching. Jim, in a low voice to Amy, the river was Up another foot, Amy. Another hour, and that playhouse would have been floating out in the current. At this rate, the floor here will be under water by morning. Amy, what will we do then, Jim? Neither Sarah nor Betty is a strong swimmer. Jim, I am going to climb out on the roof and start waving the flashlight. Someone will see it and come for us. Amy, but who no? But who? No one is on the main road and there was no houses within sight of us. That will be a just pinpoint of light. Aren't you scared? Jim, you bet are you. Amy, terrified, but I am glad you are here. Jim, we'll see it through if we just keep our heads. Okay, children, so today this is enough. Scene 1, scene 2 we'll see in the next class. Thank you.